Time to say goodbye because this is my last video. Unfortunately, it'll be the last time we see Garfield because my bags are packed over here and I'm waiting for my Uber to take me to a train. So as I stand here looking around, saying goodbye to California in general. So as we close and lock the gates for the final time. Now, is this the end of the journey? I don't know. But we're getting into our Uber and it's off to the next step. But at the end of the day, it's a good change. It's a really good change. It's a change that I need to make because if I don't, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. And yes, I'm taking a train, not a plane. I'm at the Amtrak station in Sacramento, California with abandoned buildings on one side and a view of downtown on the other. That really doesn't matter to most of you, and that's okay. But what does it really mean? Does it mean I'm never gonna film content for this channel again? Well, we need to talk about that. See, the RV lifestyle has really turned into a subject of two sides. You got the beauty, the great view, the elite. And then you have, well, you could take a guess at that. So my goal is to start making content that's more like what's behind me, the beauty, the elite, the great view, the thing everybody wants to see. Not what I've been filming for the last 5 years, which is, well, that. For some odd reason, I can't sleep on this train. I have no idea why. I'm bound for Utah, and since I can't sleep, I might as well explain what's going on. If you have been paying attention to my podcast over the last, let's say 90 days, you have seen me dedicate a lot of time to AI, the RV industry, the RV lifestyle, the positives, the negatives, the pros, the cons, and also what's going to happen in the next 2 years. Because in the next 2 years, jobs like mine are going to be gone, completely wiped out. I would say close to 8 out of 10 people that do what I do for a living will no longer be really necessary once these programs go into full effect. What's really interesting is that this opportunity came at a very interesting time of my life. And I'll explain that a little bit later, but I could either wait the 24 months and let this opportunity slide by and hope I have a seat at the table when everybody else is losing their jobs, maybe because I'm the honey badger who has a social media presence and, oh, wait a minute, that's actually what gets me in trouble. So I'm not gonna wait the 2 years. I'm gonna do something about it now, especially when I have 15-year-old daughters I still gotta take care of. Now, as far as the opportunity is in a totally different segment of the RV industry that I'm even used to. Now, I used to sell that a little bit here and there, but at the same time, it wasn't something I did full time, but I know how to. So what's really going to make the next 10 years very interesting is I'm gonna watch a lot of folks that I grew up with, I'm gonna use quotation marks, grew up with in this industry that are gonna slowly lose their jobs, and they're all gonna be fighting for other careers. That's why I've been trying to warn people, like, you better start looking at a different area of the RV industry if you want to stay in the business in 2 years. Hey, you don't have to believe me. That's okay. It's perfectly understandable. There's a lot of over-exaggeration of what's going to happen or may not happen. I mean, look at Elon Musk telling everybody that in 5 to 10 years, money won't matter. I've heard that before. Of course, I'm going to give you more details as we go along. But as far as the content for the channel, it is going to change a little bit. We're going to keep the podcast going. We are, 100%. I'm still going to do the podcast. We're still going to talk about the RV industry. We're going to talk about lists, and we're going to talk about quality, and we're going to do all the stuff we've been doing over the last 5 years. But when it comes to the RV content, some things are going to change. I'm no longer going to pump videos out that are a bunch of inventory that are going to get listed on a website. This is going to be more specific to a segment of the RV industry that realistically everybody's been begging for. Everybody has been bitching and griping on the internet about quality. Well, you get to put your money where your mouth is, because if you are willing to spend the money for quality, I'm going to show you coaches that are $150,000 to $300,000 that are the best built units in the entire industry. So if you are willing to spend more money, you're willing to spend for the quality, you get to prove it to me in the next year or two. Until next time, remember, RV always stands for toolkit and sense of humor.